Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Lessons from the Block, live here from the Bybit office. My name is Shadi and today we have a very exciting guest for you. This person has a PhD in law, if I'm not mistaken.
I studied law, but I did my PhD on sociology.
Okay.
Even more interesting.
Great. Okay. So he has a law degree, a PhD, and he's been to almost 74 countries around the world. So almost hitting, 40% of the globe?
Uh-huh.
This person ended up transitioning directly into the crypto world, and he's about to share with us his amazing story. So let me introduce to you Efe.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's great being here. By the way, we're in Dubai. Amazing office, I have to say.
Thank you.
Really, really amazing. Beautiful. And as you said, I did so many different things. So ending up in the crypto ecosystem with a background like that, which is like a little bit unusual, maybe we can say, everything that I've done so far in my life. But, you know, if you be around enough, you find yourself in the crypto world, I would say.
Yeah, that's what I do.
You're a lawyer, traveler, doesn't matter.
I guess it creeps up on you at some point.
Exactly.
Yeah. So maybe let's start with the obvious. So you've been to 74 countries. Can you tell us a little bit about what made you want to visit all these countries? And what inspires you to pick some of these countries that you've been to?
Obviously, as usual, it started with Europe and then a little bit US, a little bit Latin America. Then later on, you start discovering these unusual countries. Like we all go to Thailand, right? We all go to South Africa, but we rarely go to Botswana, Mozambique, Zimbabwe.
Very true.
I've been even to Kenya, Ethiopia, Somalia even. Those like countries that are considered dangerous, right? So I did I lived with tribes, like literally people. I lived with people who still live as we lived 5,000 years ago.
Wow, that's insane.
Exactly. Like they still actually, unfortunately, kill each other. They're like indigenous tribes, and these were very unusual experiences. And the more you do it, if you had that insight, we all want to travel, but majority of the people want to hang around in London, Paris, New York,
major cities.
Yeah, Dubai. We all loved all these cities. I've been all around. I've been to these cities dozens of times. And I have to say, I started discovering that other side of the world after discovering those European and American major cities. So I think it's all about like having the drive and interest. The more you do, the more you want to understand. I actually lived with Buddhist monks.
Oh, no way. That's amazing.
Lived as they live, meditating with them, doing 6 hours of prayers with them in a language that I didn't understand. They were very interesting points.
Okay, amazing. And what do you think? Which country in the list that you've just mentioned was one that stood out and that you couldn't get off your mind?
Good question. I think I have to tell, it's the experience that you remember.
Yeah.
It's the people that you interact.
Yeah.
You can go to a very nice country, amazing, beautiful city, but if you had a bad experience in that country,
you remember it as a bad experience.
Came across to bad people. Unfortunately, that's how it is. You don't remember that country as a beautiful, nice place to visit.
It's very true.
So back to your question, I think I love animals.
Yeah.
Therefore, Africa has a special part in my heart. Also Central Asia, because they're also like with the animals, they're living like not like we live in Europe or in Dubai. So there are some countries, actually, some nations, some people, they're very kind. And in those places and countries, you always come across the nice people. They're very friendly. So even though the country might not have a lot to offer, but whenever you hear the name of that country, you remember it in the nicest way possible.
You're 100% right. Yeah. I mean, at least you were lucky enough to actually experience the majority of these different cultures, different countries, and different experiences in these different places. So let's go back to like your background. What pushed you to study law in the beginning?
Well, I think it's a very nice major. I wanted to be a lawyer. I worked as a full-time lawyer at a international office in Istanbul, because at the moment I'm not a full-time lawyer. I do more international business, trades, business setups, business support and things like that. And law also opens you a lot of doors and opportunities. Like once you study law, you literally can do so many different things. I studied law, but I ended up doing international trade a lot, or the business setups, business support. I speak fluent Russian, Italian, English, and my mother tongue Turkish.
Nice.
So between all these languages and countries, I do a lot of business with the help of law. So I don't spend much time at the court, but I do a lot of legal stuff, legal consulting again, mergers and acquisitions, the business setups again, agreements, so many things connected to law.
And what made you kind of take the path of doing your PhD? Not only is it outside of law, but it's actually what you said, sociology? Sociology, yeah. So what made you decide on that? And in out of all places, Russia as well.
That is so true. I get this question all the time.
Okay.
And I actually, so as I said, I lived in Italy. This was before Russia. So when I say Italy, nobody asks, why did you go to Italy? Because it's like, it's okay, like you go to Italy.
100%, yeah.
Or my brother, he's also a lawyer. He has been living in London for like 15 years now. And whenever he meets other people, when he says London, nobody says, oh, why did you go to London? Same for New York, same for Berlin. But Moscow is maybe not that common. But actually, Moscow is an amazing place, is a beautiful city, and it has been growing and getting better and better. So I really enjoyed my time in Moscow. Also, I have to be honest with you, when I picked Moscow, I could not imagine that I would stay there this long. In total, I spent 10 years.
Nice.
In Russia. Yes, I did my PhD first. I learned the language and then did a PhD at the Moscow State University. And I did it in Russian. So it's even more challenging. It's a very difficult language.
That's insane.
Insane, I have to admit. I really feel like it was insane.
That's crazy.
But I like the challenge. I mean, was it worth it? It's worth it because now it opens me a lot of opportunities and doors, networking and everything. But while I was doing it, I didn't enjoy. I have to be honest with you.
Maybe it was like copious amounts of study and the fact that it was in a different language, so it wasn't your mother tongue as well. It must have been tough, right?
It was really.
Yeah. In your kind of legal work, as you said, you helped set up businesses, correct?
Yeah.
How did that eventually translate to you kind of shifting into the crypto world?
Amazing. Good question. So first of all, I have to admit that I have to tell you that I'm a very open social person.
Okay.
And so I go to these events and in different spheres. What happens is that when you're open for new opportunities, things, it grasps you. It just takes you inside. That if you discover something interesting, then you stay in that ecosystem or this business atmosphere. The same with crypto. I was interested. We all do, by the way. Let's be honest. Maybe not even 10% of the world population uses crypto.
No, not even. I think the most recent amount of population is 6.8%.
Okay.
And it's trillions of dollars.
Yes.
That's insane.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean that 93% of the population is not interested.
No.
They're ignoring it or something. It's just that they don't know what we know. Let's be honest. A lot of people without understanding, they saying, oh, it's scam, it's bullshit, blah, blah. They think like this.
That's the thing we get all the time.
I know. But it's because they don't know what it is. Once you're once you understand, without being skeptical, if you listen and try to learn, there's no way out. I mean, in a way that like you want to get in.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think at some points people thought investing in the stock market was a scam as well.
Yeah.
They did have a lot of scammers back in the 1980s as well. Like it's not out there, but like, yes, with the right type of education, you can actually get majority of the people around the world interested. Maybe not investing, but interested.
Exactly.
As you said, it just takes that single step into saying, what is crypto? Learn that question.
Yeah.
Opens up a door to so many possibilities.
I can give you a better example.
Yeah.
Dubai. Now we live here. I have a company here, resident permit and everything. And I come and go pretty often. And before I came, Dubai had not the nicest reputation image in my mind. When I came, it turned around like totally different. And when I post on social media, people are like, every time, no matter how much I post and show and prove, they still have negative things to say about the city because they don't know. They have this prejudice.
Yeah.
Until they come, they will keep on thinking like that. Same for crypto. They don't like those ones that are criticized.
Yeah.
Do not know what this is.
It's 100%. And I'd like to add on to that. But there's also some people who enter, whether it be Dubai as a city or even any other place or even just the crypto space. You enter, you go to the wrong side of it, and then that's your idea about it.
Exactly. Good.
So that's another kind of
I get
problem that it has.
that kind of comments as well, because
Yeah.
let's say I share a video of the Business Bay, one of the nicest. There are so many nice places, and people are writing, yeah, but there's this neighborhood,
Yeah.
shitty, they're dirty, dangerous. I'm like, yeah, of course there are not very nice places, even in Dubai, that is true. But why do you focus on that, which is like 10, 20% of the whole city? Same for crypto.
100%.
They had a bad experience, or they know someone who had a bad experience, and they just want to take
It's imprinted on their minds.
yeah, or because they didn't consult to a right person, or they didn't make their research well enough, they put all their eggs into one basket without really realizing the risks. It's same for any type of business or any type of thing you do. And then they lost, and they're like, oh, this is bullshit. Yeah, but that's not how you should do it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be realistic. There are good things and bad things in everything, but before you jump into anything, you need to make your assumptions, analyze,
100%.
consult, and same for Dubai, same for crypto, same for any country.
Any city, anything that you do in life, you have to learn it properly before you enter like full on, head on. But yeah, no, you have a point in everything you say. So, which leads me to my kind of next question. With you having a background in like law and you also have a PhD, do you think that gave you the edge in when you entered the crypto space, or you have the same journey as anybody else?
Oh no, mine was different, because all those other legal, technical questions that people have in their minds, it took me maybe a few minutes to just understand that.
Yeah.
And how the system works, how the finance works, how the banking works, how the legal systems work in crypto. You understand it faster. You could get the background, the education and experience also. So yes, for me, it was easier. Definitely was easier.
Nice. When was the first time you were exposed to the industry?
So my transition to crypto world in general was in the last 2.5 years, I would say, relatively late. But I was always at the side of business support. For instance, I set up businesses, as I said. So there are a lot of people doing for various different businesses in crypto. And I set up their companies in Dubai, mainly in Dubai. For some Russians, I actually help in Turkey, registering their platforms, everything, or setting up the company in Turkey according to the regulations because of the sanctions and everything. Yeah. Because of the tax benefit, they come to Dubai. And not only Turks and Russians, but I of course have an international client base. But these two countries, as you might know, actually Turkey has a usage of crypto in general. Like it's one of the countries, Russia as well, because of, again, with the effect of sanctions, and also IT in general in Russia is very developed.
Yeah,
they're very good.
It's very impressive, actually, like how an entire nationality dominated one large industry.
And also, we have to say that the political spectrum is actually pushing them towards this as well.
Yeah.
Now Russian banks, as you know, they cannot use SWIFT system. So you're not giving them any more options. They have to use crypto.
100%. And so it's just increase the adoption. Yeah.
A few years back, you would never hear a conversation like that.
100%. Even though like a few years ago, maybe I think it was back in 2017 when it was the first time that I ever heard about a crypto ATM. And then also some small businesses started adopting Bitcoin payments. And then slowly it transitioned to OTC, over-the-counter like payments, where you can actually transfer your crypto into fiat cash. And then eventually now you can actually pay for property, pay for cars, pay for rentals, pay for your groceries, all in crypto. And it's only going to increase from here. Like it's insane.
It's unbelievable. So, we're on the ship. We're not gonna leave it.
The crypto arc. Yeah, that's great. And would there be like any advice you would give to a beginner crypto traders? You know, we have a lot of beginners who are just signing up to Bybit at the moment, and they probably sometimes need some guidance. Of course, we have all our learn pages and stuff.
Yes.
But sometimes we connect with people like you just to share your journey, because people like to hear where everyone started from.
That is so true. Actually, so before you get into something, have curiosity, like ask questions, try to understand. Don't be skeptical. Let's say they go with the Dubai example, right?
Yeah.
What is Dubai? Why do people say very good and some bad about it? What are the pluses and minuses? And come to your conclusion after you like analyzing it. It doesn't matter what type of things you do, like with crypto as well. Just analyze it and try to understand, because the problem in our nature is that we want to jump into conclusions fast. We want to learn fast. Everything fast.
Yeah, I think people online tend to resonate so much with the life that they want that they forget about the journey.
Yes.
So you have to focus on the journey, because the journey makes the goal in the end so much more worth it.
Yeah.
Like so much better. I understand everyone wants to have the fast cars, the big house and everything right now. But I mean, look, your crypto is like your access to it.
Yes.
You just have to know when to start, and you just have to know the process, how to be very patient and how to put a strategy in place. And then eventually you reach your goal.
Very nice word, patient. Patience opens you doors. Patience brings you opportunities. If you want to reach to the top, you need to be patient with everything.
Very true.
We want fast, easy, because now that people are watching, they say, oh, this guy's traveled 70 countries, like he knows this many languages, that many things he did. And so how? Tell me one sentence tip that will bring me there. It doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, I wish it was like this. I would have done it myself. I mean, you need to take the hard work.
You need to fall down.
Yeah.
You need to fall down again and again, make mistakes, get back up, learn from it, go and just kind of kill it eventually.
I tell you one thing about crypto. So a lot of people are like, give me tips. Like, what should I do? Where should I put my money? I try to teach them how to fish. I don't want to give them
the fish, yeah.
So once you understand how to do it, like sky is the limit, literally.
Very true. So before we kind of wrap things up, is there any last thing that you want to tell our viewers, or any last piece of advice that you'd like to give them?
Yeah, actually, this is connected to your last question.
Okay, sure.
So when we do something good, successful, nice, let's say all those cars in life, and then the people want to like, I want to do the same. How can I do this and that? And I used to take all those messages and comments very serious. And I was like, yeah, brother, like this is how you do it. Watch this video, do this thing, showing everything and spending my own time for someone who has 10 followers on Instagram, maybe a fake account, I don't know. But I was taking so much time and effort, and to my friends also, friends and family, doesn't matter what it is. But you know what I realized? Some people are in shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And when you want to take them out from that shit, they're like, no, they come all up with all kinds of excuses. No, brother,
Very
this
defensive.
is how I live. This is not, I don't like this. Like, dude, like you asked me for help, and this is how it's done. This is how I did it. So if you want to come out from that shit, this is how it is. Take my hand. They had all kinds of excuses. You want to continue eating shit, or you want to get out of it from there. Sometimes, unfortunately, we cannot help those people.
Yeah,
It's how it is.
I think they're just stuck in their own ways and they don't want to move on.
That's why when I say open your eyes, ask your questions, but ask them to learn, not to criticize,
Yeah, no, that's the best thing you could say. Look, I completely agree with you. You just, criticism needs to stop. You start learning from people.
Like change our mindset, doors open.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Look at it to learn from it, to get something from it. Even from this podcast we just did about to finish, watch it in a way that it can bring you something, some motivation, some vision, something. It should change something.
Yeah, that's perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been great. It's been a fantastic episode, and thank you for joining us and sharing your journey. It's very inspiring. hopefully it will resonate with people and make them follow almost the same path into kind of reaching the goals that they want to reach and going to the places they want to go.
Thank you very much.
But yeah,
A lot.
thank you, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.